नारायणते नमो नमो भव नारदसन्नुत नमो नमो नारायणते नमो नमो. Namaste, good morning, welcome all to Stories with Rohini Jayanti, a journey into the series of Dashavatara. Dasavatara, the 10 major incarnations of Lord Vishnu, where Lord Vishnu from time to time during various yugas have incarnated in order to eradicate the evil and to re-establish the good. Yes. In our previous avatara, that was Varaha Avatara, we had seen how Lord Vishnu killed Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakasipu, who were born to Kashyapa Prajapati and Diti as demons on the earth due to the curse by Sanakadi Rishis. They were none other than Jaya and Vijaya, the Dwarapalakas of Lord Vishnu, Vaikuntha. Yes? Yes. After the death of Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakasipu, his brother, became very angry and very furious. He wanted to attack the gods and to take revenge for his brother's death. And so he attacked the kingdom of heaven. But every time he was attacking the Devatas, they were protected by Lord Vishnu. So Hiranyakasipu wanted to defeat Lord Vishnu, for which he wanted many more powers. So Hiranyakasipu left all the worldly pleasures and went to the jungles to pray to Lord Brahma. And there he sat for months and years to pray to Lord Brahma. At that time, when Hiranyakasipu was out of his kingdom, God Indra attacked Hiranyakasipu's kingdom. He defeated the entire army and even imprisoned Hiranyakasipu's pregnant wife Kayadu and wanted to keep her as his prisoner, so that whenever Hiranyakasipu retaliates back, she would be a hostage. But on the way to heaven, he met Narada Muni, that was Sage Narada. And Sage Narada stopped Indra for his wrong deed and told him that Kayadu was innocent and moreover she was pregnant and she was not supposed to be imprisoned. Saying this, Narada took Kayadu to his ashram. And there Narada told her many stories of Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and she was mesmerized listening to those stories. Even the baby in her womb used to listen to those stories, and that's how he grew within the womb of his mother. On the other hand, the heat of Hiranyakasipu's penance reached, it could be felt in the kingdom of heaven. It could be felt by all the gods, even Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma was very much pleased by the penance of Hiranyakasipu, and so he appeared. My dear son, I am pleased by your divine penance. You can ask me anything you want, said Lord Brahma. Then Hiranyakasipu asked Lord Brahma to give him immortality. But Lord Brahma refused. He told, I cannot give you immortality because it is against the rules of life. One who is born should die at any point of time. If I give you the powers of immortality, then it is going to distort the entire balance of the nature. You can ask me anything else, said Lord Brahma. Then Hiranyakasipu was little disappointed. But then he was very smart and he said to Lord Brahma that, O Lord Brahma, grant me a wish wherein I would neither be killed by any human, animal, demon or by God. I would neither be killed in the sky nor on the earth. I would neither be killed in the morning or in the night, and no weapons should be used against me to kill me. That's how he asked. Lord Brahma thought for a while and he granted the wishes to Hiranyakasipu and disappeared. Hiranyakashipu was very happy because he acquired the most powerful boons, and in that happiness he returned to his kingdom but found his entire army dead over there and got to know that it was none other than Lord Indra who did this to him. At the same time, he also got to know that his wife Kayadu was at Narada Muni's ashram and she had delivered a baby boy Prahlada, and happily he brought them back home. Prahlada, as he heard many stories of Lord Vishnu before he was born, he became an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu, and every time he was praying to Lord Vishnu and always appeared to be in a trance and away from all these worldly pleasures. Hiranyakasipu once asked Prahlada whom was he praying to. He told, "My son, I am the supreme in the entire universe, but whom are you praying to?" Then Prahlada said, "Father, I am praying to Lord Vishnu. It is He who rules the entire universe, and if we pray to Him, He will protect us forever." Hiranyakasipu became very angry. He went in search of Lord Vishnu. He searched in the kingdom of heaven and everywhere else, but he did not find Lord Vishnu. And then he returned back to his kingdom. And he tried ways and means to change Prahlada, but everything went in vain. So he decided that Prahlada was no more his son and wanted to kill him. And then he ordered his guards to get Prahlada stomped by the elephants and also been bitten by the snakes and also threw him from the top of a mountain. But Prahlada stayed alive because of the grace of Lord Vishnu. Hiranyakasipu's anger became very furious. It was at peaks. And then one day he called his sister Holika and asked her to keep Prahlada on her lap because Holika had a boon that she would never be burnt even in fire. So he made Prahlada sit on her lap and had lit the fire. Prahlada did not bother what was happening around him. He simply sat praying to Lord Vishnu. And to everybody's surprise, it was Holika who was burnt but not Prahlada. Then Hiranyakashipu dragged him into the hall, into the palace, and asked him, "If it was Vishnu who was saving you every moment, ask your God to come and fight with me." And then I told him, "Show me, where is your God, Lord Vishnu?" Then Prahlada said, "Father, Lord Vishnu is omnipresent, He is omnipotent, He is present everywhere. He is present in this wall, He is present in that pillar, and He is present even within us if we can really see Him." Then enraged Hiranyakasipu hit the pillar, and with a big roaring voice there appeared something. He exclaimed, "What is it? What is it? Who are you?" Then Narasimha Avatara emerged from the pillar, an avatara wherein Lord Vishnu incarnated as half human and half that of a lion, and said, "I am Narasimha Avatara and I have come to kill you and to protect Prahlada and all other innocent and good people in this universe." Then Hiranyakasipu wanted to fight with Narasimhavatara, but Narasimhavatara dragged Hiranyakasipu to the threshold of the door and he made him sit on his lap. It was neither sky nor the earth, and it was twilight, neither night nor morning, and it was neither animal nor human nor demon or even a god. It was half human and half animal, and without using any weapons, he used his powerful claws and he killed Hiranyakasipu. And Hiranyakasipu died. And still Narasimhavatara was furious and he was bellowing. Everybody got scared to approach him. And Prahlada went and prayed to Lord Vishnu, who incarnated as Narasimhavatara, and even asked him that why did he kill his father. Then Narasimhavatara told him the entire story of Jaya and Vijaya and their curse by the Sanakadi rishis. And then he blessed Prahlada to lead and to rule a kingdom with all dharma and peace. And that's how Narasimha Avatara incarnated in order to protect Prahlada from the demon Hiranyakasipu. And that's how Hiranyakasipu attained death in the hands of Lord Vishnu due to his curse. And that is the story of Narasimha Avatara. That is the fourth Avatara, children. Did you all like it? Yes, even I did. And next time and next week, I'm going to come with another powerful Avatara of Lord Vishnu. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.